woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go play action. Mariota. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Eric Kendricks in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's second down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level. Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well. And in this early round, the defense wins. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see? Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out. And forces 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive. And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him. So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They run. This is Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic. It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Lewis. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here? On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now a toss play to Lewis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Ryan on second down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a carry for Bernard. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One. I see 47. Safety creek. One.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Ryan. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Mariota on first down. It's complete to Golden Tate. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now off to the races, down the right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Mariota to throw it this time. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A.J. Derby, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Lions now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And Gould is able to put it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw on second down. Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Jabal Sheard. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play on third down for the Lions. And even 40 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1.
1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
1.
On second down, Mariota again. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17.
1.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Ready.
Now Ryan on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. K1 short. Coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good. Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's McKenzie. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Mariota, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play. As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Mariota. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Marcus Mariota. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
22!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And a very nice return up to the 35, but was it aided by something illegal? Let's find out. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mariota. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Off the play fake, Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They'll run it here with Bernard. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Check, ducky.
Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Mariota to throw it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Marcus Mariota keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. On the return, it's McKenzie. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run with Lewis. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's Ryan to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So the pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
he would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Mariota. It's brought in left side by Tate. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mariota now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
One.
Play action now, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
One.
From the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Lewis, and he's going to be met at about the 43. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Ryan, he finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mariota now on second down. Man open left side is Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. First down, Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Third and short yardage. Mariota. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down. To throw, Mariota. Caught right side, Tate. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. On play action, Mariota. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Panthers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. To throw is Mariota. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Eric Kendricks in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.